you ever had someone on your team who seemed solid until they left and then everything started to fall apart? That's the dangerous hire. The one that looks great but quietly stalls progress. This episode's going to show you how to spot them, avoid them, and how to deal with them fast if you've already got one in. Because one bad hire won't just cost you money, it will cost you trust, time, and team morale. Let's define it. This isn't someone that's blatantly bad. It's someone that gives you the illusion that they're performing when in reality they're not. They say all the right things, they show up to the meetings and just nod along. But under the surface, they're delivering very little substance. And the danger? You don't often realize until they're gone and suddenly everyone's covering their mess. The dangerous hire doesn't cause chaos, they quietly stall progress. You must avoid these people before they get through the door. Here's what to look out for during the hiring process. Overpolished CVs with vague achievements. A lot of "we did this," not "I did this." Buzzword overloads in interviews, but weak on specifics. Dodges detail. Struggles to explain how results were achieved. Name drops and title flexes, but skimpy on the actual deliverables. Reference hesitancy. Vague or hard to pin down referees. And if you're using a recruiter, listen to how the recruiter describes the candidate. If they're struggling to describe tangible impact, so will you. Look past the polish, dig for proof. Sometimes you miss the signs. It happens. But here's how to notice the cracks before things go too far. Talks a lot, does little. Lots of plans, no action. Always busy, never progressing, no real movement. No paper trail. You can't actually see what they're supposed to have produced. Deflects blame. Always someone else's fault. The team's feedback is vague. No one's really sure what they're working on. And here's the worst part. They lull you into thinking they've got it covered. You stop checking in, you stop digging, and that's when the damage is done. If someone's productive but nothing's moving forward, start asking questions. Over the years, I've placed a couple of people that have turned out to be these hires. You live and learn, and that's why I'm brutal about referencing now. Regardless of how impressive someone seems, it's their history that matters. So what if you've made the hire? Now what? Here's how you build a safety net during the contract or probation period. Reference checks. Don't just check dates and responsibilities. Ask about ownership, initiative, accountability. Progress reviews. Don't just wait until the end of the probation period. Check at weeks 2, weeks 4, weeks 8. Set clear deliverables and agree what success looks like up front. This could be completion of key documentation, improve a process, it could be peer feedback or stakeholder sign-off. Documentation trail. Make sure everything is documented and they're not hiding behind charm. Peer input. Ask your team how they're finding it. Trust your gut, but get a sense check from everyone else. And most importantly, don't confuse confidence for competent. Trust, but track. If the warning signs are piling up, don't ignore them. Here's what to do. Investigate outcomes, not what they're doing, what have they done? Ask direct questions. What have you achieved? What are you now doing? What is blocking you from moving forward? Get to visibility. Review documentation, feedback, and timelines. Manage fast. Don't wait for damage to spread. Set expectations and timelines clearly. And if they don't turn it around, act quickly. Your team will thank you. The cost of inaction is bigger than the awkwardness of a hard conversation. The most dangerous hire isn't the loudest. It's the one that looks fine until it's too late. So don't get blinded by confidence. Look for proof, ask for details, set deliverables, and track outcomes. Because when that solid team member leaves and cracks suddenly appear, you'd wish you'd looked closer. Here's your final reminder. What you don't check will come back to bite you.